Bro Girl Truffles are a budget-friendly, no-bake treat that's gained popularity on social media. Here today to teach us how to make them is Jeanette Kurtev. Welcome to ciLiving.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I see you've brought a very minimal amount of ingredients, but this sounds like a very fancy recipe. So what do we have here?
So today we're making Bro Girl Truffles, and we have crushed up Oreos. We have pre-measured ingredients and everything. So we have 3 ounces of cream cheese for every 15 Oreos you have crushed up.
Okay.
We have a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and you melt that in 30-second increments.
And I see that that has made it very pliable and dippable, so that's great.
You know, plus it stays liquidy for a while, so you don't have to worry about it hardening as quick. So yeah.
And I know these have gotten really popular because they're very easy to do. It's very few number of ingredients, hence the broke girl, so you don't have to buy a lot of things.
Nope.
But then I also noticed that since I'm dairy-free, you got dairy-free chocolate chips, and this is dairy-free cream cheese as well, right?
Yeah, so this recipe is great because if you have kids that have nut allergies or dairy allergies, you can kind of shift things around. Or if you wanted to switch it up and do a different kind of cookie, let's say you wanted to do like a vanilla white golden Oreo, you can do that as well if that's your favorite. So you can really like switch it up and change it for everyone, so that there's something everyone would like with this recipe.
Okay, awesome. So let's glove up and show me how to do this.
Okay.
So what do I do?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start first with the Oreo mixture.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the cream cheese, we're gonna scoop it into this, and then we're gonna kind of mix it up together with our hands.
Okay.
Hence the gloves.
Hence the gloves. This kind of reminds me of, do you remember mud? Have you ever seen Oreo mud? It's like cream cheese and whipped cream, I think, and then it has gummy worms in it to make it kind of look like dirt.
There's that, and then there's like cup of dirt, which is the, like there's pudding, just crushed Oreos, and some like worms on top. So
worms on top, right.
It's really good.
I'm making a big mess here. I'm glad we have the gloves. All right, so what do I do once it's mixed?
So once that is mixed, you're gonna get a separate baking tray, and you're gonna line it with a little bit of parchment paper.
Okay.
And then, you're gonna grab a small amount.
Okay.
And you're gonna wanna roll it up.
Roll it into little balls?
Yep. And then you're gonna just place it on your baking tray.
You did that so well. It's like a perfect little round chocolate treat.
Yep. And these could be any size. You can make them smaller or larger if you want, depending on if you have like less people or more people.
Right. And so then once we have a few here, what do we do next?
So then after this is all set and they're on the baking tray, we're gonna move these into the fridge.
Okay.
And I have some of them.
ciLiving, we have a magic fridge. She's gonna put it into the fridge and she's gonna pull out some that were already pre-made, and we're just gonna put the finishing touches on the ones that she's pulling out of the fridge here. So, oh look, I see stages. So we have some that are finished, which we will try in a minute, and then these are the almost. So these have been in the fridge for like 30 minutes?
Yep.
And then what do we do with them now?
So then now that we have these and they're all set and they're kind of solidified, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our fork.
Okay.
And then we can take the little chocolate. We're gonna do this.
Oh, dip it right into the chocolate.
Yep. And then
roll it around.
The fork is just to make sure to help get like any excess chocolate off of the truffle.
Oh, that's perfect. It kind of drains out the bottom of the tines. I like that.
That way we don't have to worry too much. And the good thing about this chocolate is once it hits the truffles after they're cold, it solidifies relatively quickly. I don't know if you want to.
That's so easy. I was going to say, so all we've done is we've sort of mixed it all together. Now we're dipping it, and then you don't have to bake it. You just let it sit in the fridge and then the freezer, right?
Yep. If you're really in a pinch and you're making this, I want to say like an hour or two before a party, you can do the Oreo mixture and throw it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and then you can do the same thing with after you dip it.
Okay.
So it comes together really quick within an hour. All
right. Well, I am ready to taste them, which is absolutely the best part of cooking. So let's try these Bro Girl Truffles. Cheers. Oh my gosh, that is so chocolatey. I know why it's called truffle, because it is so rich and delicious. You should try this at home.
It's really good and it's super easy. And if you wanted to add like peppermint to it, you can. That way you can have a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, it crumbles on the top when you're putting them in. Well, thank you so much for teaching us how to make these.
Thank you for having me.
And if you want this recipe or you want to try this at home, you can visit us on the web at ciLiving.tv after the show.